So students, today we are going to discuss HTML5 input type. Fine. What are the input type provided by HTML? Those we are going to discuss today. So HTML provides so many types of input type. One by one, I am going to explain them here. All of you, please notice carefully. So the entire content of input type has to be written within form name. So already we learned the input type has to be a part of form tag. So form is the container tag or mother tag of all the input types. Fine. So now here inside this form we have to specify the input type. One by one I am showing them. All of you please see. So first I am teaching you the color input type. Color input type. Okay. So for that you have to write input type equal to color. Okay, input type equal to color. Then I can specify some default color here. Suppose the default color, the hexadecimal I taught you before, I'm giving the black. 0000000 is black. Fine. So I specified like this. Then I'm ending here. So let's check the output from here itself, how it is coming. So this is the input type, students. This is a color input type. So from here you can select what color you want to give for the screen, or what color you want to apply, or what color you want to set. Fine. Not only this, here you can specify, if you have the idea of hexadecimal numbers, you can set it here also. Okay, we can set it here so that we can generate a new color. We can, by dragging also, we can generate a new color. So this is what the input type color. What about? But only one thing, students, it won't work here. It does not have any implementation. Why? Because this content, whatever we are learning now, this has to be submitted to a server. This has to be submitted to a server. Then it will work. Because of we are learning HTML5, and HTML5 has only designing part. HTML file cannot do any kind of programming on a control. It cannot allow a program concept to a control. So that because of nothing will be implemented with this, only we will learn how we can design the control, or how we can design the screen, sorry, how we can design the screen. Okay, so this is all about your color. Fine. So now I'm going for the next is suppose date. So I'm just copying this, and after using br I'm just using date. I'm using 2br and I'm using date here. You please notice. So in date what is happening, now a date picker will appear. So I'm giving here date, just all of you notice, and I'm specifying a like the date I want to set. Suppose I want to set a date of 2016, that is 07,08. So not a problem, I can set any date, students. So going to browser, let uh, like refresh, see the date picker is coming. Do you have seen this kind of content before? This is known as date picker. So from here we can pick a date, but again this does not have any use. Just we are learning the design part, you remember. We are not learning how this can be implemented, because clicking here and all, nothing will happen on your screen, because only the design part we are learning, as we don't have uh, the knowledge of how we can do it or implement it in coding. So for that we need to learn any kind of scripting language, for example PHP or JavaScript, we need to learn for that. Fine. Now next kind I am showing you. So just using br and keeping ready. The next kind is date and time together if I wish to bring. So I need to write date time. Fine. The value I can keep with date, or I can set a time also here. Now going there, you check please. See, this is a date, and there will be a time as well. There will be a time as well. I think there is some mistake, that's why it's not coming. Date, time, it should come. Let's check. Date, let's give a time also here. Okay, suppose I am giving the time as 23, 10 and 10. So 10 or 20, whatever I just gave. Let's check whether the browser is supporting or not. No, it's not coming. It's not supporting. Actually, the date and time picker should come. Date and time together it should come. Let's see with time only whether it is supporting or not. Yes, only time is supporting. Only time is supporting, and in date and time let's give a gap and check. Don't think it will support, but still yes, only date is coming but time is not coming. So better to go with this one. Okay, only time we can do, or giving hyphen. Let me check just, because it depends on the browser, students. So no, it's not supporting. So better to go with only time and only date separately. Fine. So as it is not supporting, so I'm just setting time as well as date separately. So this is a timer picker, time picker, and this is a date picker. As I set the default date, so it is coming here by default, and as I set this time, so time also is coming. Okay, accordingly I set in my screen. Fine. Okay, let's go for email, students. Email also does not have any particular use, but still let's see, they see it. I'm just copying and checking and doing here email. So set email. Fine. Specifying email. Here the value will be what? Just an email address. Suppose I am giving my email address. Okay, so that will be the default email address, students. That will be the default email address. So going here, you can change your email. Only that much it has used, nothing else. Email ID. So thereafter, let's see month. We can specify month. So for that, we have to copy again the same statement, and in input type we can specify here in place of value we need to specify month. So for checking, just go there and check how it is working. See, the month is coming. From here you can check the year is there, and here you can see the month. Fine. Month for which year? We can select the year and we can choose the month. That much. But it is not working again. As I told all of you that we have to add the scripting here, or the programming concept here, which we have to do it by learning programming. Okay. Let's go with the next control, which we can implement in HTML file input type. That is input type number and range we can input. So I'm just copying and pasting. So specifying here number. So what the number will allow? Now it will allow to put only the numbers, nothing else. It will allow to put only the numbers, nothing else. So here what we can do, we can specify number, then name also we can give as suppose T1, anything I can give the name. Then I can set here the minimum value. The minimum value suppose I gave 1, and the maximum value suppose I gave 15. It means I can choose the number in between 1 and 15. More than that or lesser than that I can't do. Okay, see, there is a spinner button. This is known as spinner button, and I can choose the number in between that. Isn't it nice? It's very nice, but again it does not have any implementation, students. Only designing we are learning today. Fine. So if you request, I can do the programming on them, but now we are just learning the design for them. So here you understood what is the range. The range means the minimum value as well as the maximum value. Here we are specifying for the text box. Okay, so let it be this much for this video. In next video I will continue from the place where I left.